At least 60 people have been killed in an earthquake in central Italy, Italian media say. The magnitude 6.2 quake hit at 1:36 GMT, 100 kilometers, 65 miles, northeast of Rome, not far from Perugia. Many of the dead were in Accumuli, close to the epicenter, and a short distance away in Amatrice, where 3/4 of houses were destroyed. Many people are still believed buried under the rubble, and the death toll is expected to rise. Prime Minister Matteo Renzi paid tribute to the volunteers and civil defense officials who had rushed to the scene in the middle of the night and used their bare hands to dig for survivors. The quake struck at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers and its intensity was compared to that of the Aquila earthquake in April 2009, in which 309 people died. Some buildings in the capital shook for 20 seconds as the quake struck the regional border area of Umbria, Lazio and La Marche. It was felt from Bologna in the north of Italy to Naples in the south. Some 80 aftershocks have been reported since. While the full extent of casualties is still emerging, Italian news agency ANSA is reporting that it believes at least 63 people have died. 35 of them in Amatrice and 11 in Accumuli, and another 17 in the villages of Arquata del Tronto and Pescara del Tronto. Italy's civil defense authorities put the official death toll at 38 earlier on Monday. The mayor of Arquata del Tronto, Alejandro Petrucci, spoke of a disaster. The village isn't there anymore. Almost all the houses in Pescara del Tronto have collapsed. An elderly couple and a boy were among the victims there, while 20 people have been taken to hospital. 2 boys aged 4 and 7 were pulled alive from the rubble of the house they had been staying in with their grandmother, ANSA reports. Rescuers were still trying to reach the remote village of Parrocchia di Acqua Santa Terme a few kilometers to the east. Some of the worst damage was in Amatrice. The missing there include 3 nuns. The roads in and out of town are cut off, said Mayor Sergio Perazzi. Half the town is gone. There are people under the rubble. There's been a landslide and the bridge might collapse. There are tens of victims, so many under the rubble. We're preparing a place for the bodies, residents described using sheets to climb down from the upper floors of damaged houses. The local hospital was described as unusable and survivors were taken to nearby towns for treatment. The town's 13th-century bell tower was one of the few historic buildings in the center that remained standing. Amatrice is popular with holidaymakers from Rome. The BBC's James Reynolds, who is in Amatrice, said that sniffer dogs were being sent into buildings to search for more survivors. In Accumuli, a short distance to the north of Amatrice, Mayor Stefano Petrucci said a family of 4, including 2 small children, were missing under a collapsed house. A local photographer spoke of 15 rescuers digging with bare hands to try to reach the family. They can hear the screams of the mum and one of the children, he said. Rescuers were also trying to dig out a 58-year-old man trapped in his home. Accumuli is popular with holidaymakers and most of the 2,500 people left displaced by the earthquake were said to be visitors. Mr. Renzi promised affected areas that no family, no city, no hamlet will be left alone.